Welcome to Yellow Duck Motorsports coverage here today of the MG's Touring Assembly, which is part of their national meeting being held at Easter in 2022. The MG national meeting, I think, is held annually over the long weekend of Easter, shared around from club to club and state to state. This year it's being run by MG Newcastle and is starting. I think this touring assembly started in Newcastle somewhere, I think at the club rooms, and then headed off into I don't know where. And this was a control point located here on this very picturesque lake just north of Morisset. MGs are starting to arrive here at this control point. Very popular car, the MG. Of course, the MGB. The right car at the right time. I spent many a year sitting in the passenger seat of a British Racing Green MGB as a young person. A friend of mine had one, and we hate to say it, we hooned around the streets of Coffs Harbour in a MGB. Very nice thing. Not all that aerodynamic for a long-haired bloke like me. Here we have another MGB. Oh, it's got its roof up. What's that? Roof up? I didn't think MGs knew how to put a roof up. My friend was very adverse to putting up the roof. It'd have to be well and truly raining. Oh, what do we have here? A couple of going straight past. My goodness, they're making a mistake there. Here's an MGA. Obviously earlier than MGB. Great to see all these classic cars out and about. It's one of the problems we're finding with classic cars now is that they are, well, they're said to be valuable. Certainly their asking prices are high. And to some extent that's a good and a bad thing. It's a bad thing in as much as it makes people a little bit hesitant to use them. Which I think is a bit of a shame. Certainly from a motorsport standpoint, I see a lot of owners no longer using them for motorsport. And I understand that philosophy, but they're there to be used. There's no point in sitting in a garage and looking beautiful. Of course, MG made more than just the MGB, but not being an MG enthusiast, I have no idea what they're called. Here's an MG with a hardtop on. Well, it's part of the car. Again, I'm not sure whether they're still called MGBs or MG something else. I thought they were called MGCs, but don't hold me to that. And here we have these Rover MGs, made much later after the MG was stopped being made. Don't see a lot of them about. I'm not sure how much sort of carry on from the MGB there is in those cars, but an expert would have to tell me that. Certainly seem to have retained the MG look, if you like. MGF there. Another MGB. MGF was, I think, a underrated car. It's a very stylish looking car. It was made around the same time as that Mazda MX whatever it was. which sold by the thousand. Oh, what's that red MGB doing? Decided that this is not the right place to be. Yes, the MGF was, just, I don't know, people didn't buy it or they didn't make them. I seem to remember someone telling me that there was a supply problem. Maybe they were a lot more expensive than the Mazda, but it's certainly a stylish looking car. It's a bit follow the leader here with this touring assembly. A lot of cars coming into this control point all at once. So they must have teamed up somewhere along the route and played follow the leader. Very picturesque here on the lake. Here we have an early example of an MG. Again, don't ask me what it is. I won't even have a guess. I could have a guess, but I might be wrong, and everyone will tell me about that. And here we have another sort of luxurious looking MGB, or it's not an MGB, is it? It's an MG of some description, suicide doors on it. MG sedan, for the want of a better word. Here we have those competitors that overshot the turn. Oh my goodness, overshot both turns, that one. Never know, might have been a local just out for a run. Nothing to do with the national meeting here. Nice coloured MGB there. Not too sure about that colour, but there you go. One thing about classic cars is they certainly, for the most part, were painted a colour. Modern cars are like a lot to do with modern cars are bland things. If you're asked to say what colour is your car, you'd be struggling if it wasn't white or black. Is it green? Is it blue? Is it, I don't know. Now here's a well-travelled MGA around the world, Axel Leyland Brothers. My goodness, America, South America, Africa. Now that's an adventure. Some of those countries I'm not sure I'd want to go to. I suppose it depends when you went. Here's a later model MGB with the rubber nose. Plastic fantastic. There's a nice coloured MGF here. Very nice. I have to say the MGB was certainly a stylish looking car. These early MGs here. Certainly a big event numbers wise. So the MG is still a very popular car amongst the classic car movement. There's another MG that's been all over the place. My goodness, Spain, oh my goodness. What a wonderful thing. Other end of the spectrum here. Very old style. MG. MGA here. Everyone's starting to head out for the next stage of this touring assembly. An MG Midget, the only one here. I don't know if that means they're not popular or what. Oh, here we have the sweep car, so that must be the end of the arrivals anyway. So that's about it for me. I'm Quack McMullard. Bye for now.